Okay, so if you're a fan of this channel, you might know how I get things. I usually, either companies will contact me and say, hey, we have a thing, we want to review a thing, Swan, send me the things, and other companies, websites, Adorama, Mastrap will send me things. And occasionally something like this happens, where a fan of mine, patron of mine, literally is like, hey, are you going to review the MDR-CD900st? And I'm like, I don't have it on my radar. Like, I don't, like I'm going to buy it for you and have it sent because you need to review it. And I'm like, I mean, I guess so. I try to talk people out of that sort of thing. I don't want to on my conscience in case, you know, what if they buy me something and it sucks? But he was insistent that I try these very, very flat, very, very Japanese Sony headphones. And they are old as dirt. They're brand new. This is the box that came in. Look at it. Can you tell what country it got shipped from? For some reason, Japan's the only country that has this like shitty, extra shitty cardboard. It came in a cereal bag. Like, this is literally the packaging. I'm going through it with you to show you. So it came in a cereal bag without Rice Krispies. And it's got a couple pieces of paper in here. And that's Japanese. And that's entirely Japanese. And so I've gotten to the point now in my career where I could look at something and go exactly the country of origin. Yeah, you know what? I went to Japan in 2015. I would love to tell you all the story of it. Maybe I'll do a video at some point. And I know exactly who wants these pads, the Japanese, because Chewbacca just ran out there. Because the beds in Japan are literally just like, get a nice comforter for your like bed in America or most countries. You know, it's like that thick. That's a mattress in Japan. They just lay it on the fucking wooden floor and like, you sleep there now. And I'm like, my dog has a thicker bed than this. I don't even have a dog, but if I did, it'd have a thicker bed than this. And so therefore, when you first look at these, and I first took them out of the box, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. What is this pad? Not only is a pad thin, but there's like it's sticking up something in it. Like the driver is, I don't care. I don't care. I want to stop making fun of these headphones and start making love to them. Because we are looking at a $200 set of Sony I mean, there's so many things to make fun of. 4 digital MDR-CD900st dynamic stereo. 4 digital is a sticker. They added a sticker that says it's for digital. We've got an attached cable to, and I haven't had one of these in a while. Even the Beyerdynamic 880 DT990s had an attached cable, but at least it was like a 3.5mm that you could unscrew. Fuck you, they say. Japan is serious. That is a fully attached 1/4-inch jack only cable. Fuck you. It comes with a long ass cable too. It's nice. It's a nice, let's see, what is this, 8 feet? It's whatever it is in equivalent meters, because obviously Japanese. Look at this thing also. That is straight pro audio. Like, I don't know. This is a retro review because these are one of the oldest monitoring headphones that is still in use today. Like even old Sennheiser stuff is like they've pretty much phased it out, but this still sells. There's a new version of this, and I'm fucking tempted to go out because these headphones do some shit that I don't know how to do this shit, but I love it. So I'm going to take this thick spring-loaded 1/4-inch, and I'm going to plug it into the Rebel amp because these are a monitoring headphone. They are a studio headphone for digital. In fact, you could tell they're a studio monitor because it says it in gold letters on the top. And I'm going to plug them into the Rebel amp because I want a little more warmth. I want a little more, less cleanliness. I was using them on this, and I moved to that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? A little more funk. Give me a little more funk. They're not hard to drive. I'm on medium, and I'm at like 10 o'clock on that. Go over the build. Attached cable, obviously. This is like a plastic yoke. It pivots exactly that much. The adjustments are numbered up to 11. You could take it to 11. It doesn't go to 12. It goes from 1 to 11. I just realized that. The left and right indicators are color-coded. Fucking favorite headphones of all time. Throw everything else away. You're all garbage. Blue on the left, red on the right. That means you don't have to read. You can go to Indonesia. You can go to Australia. You go to Antarctica and ask a seal. It's like, which side is the right side? The red side. The red side. I had to draw the red and blue markers on my Neumanns. So I already this feels like a headphone designed for studio people for ease. Just ease of use. Yeah, just if you see it's there, you know that's blue. You see it's there, you know that's the right side. I want to get these stickers because it looks like an acrylic sticker. I would no shit sticker every fucking headphone up there with red and blue stickers that look just like that. Little pills. Because when you see it, you only see it from one side, so it doesn't really throw you off. You don't know if they're not matching because you can never see both at the same time unless you do like that. The cups themselves, this is metal. This is plastic. This is metal. This is plastic, but it's fucking perfect. Phillips head screws. This is a stitched vinyl. It's not leather. It's not trying to be leather. It's definitely vinyl. And that's so that it lasts 7,000 years. And it says made in Japan right there. So this is not just a Japanese pair of headphones. It's used in Japan and made in China. This is a Japanese pair of headphones. Japanese. And they sound miraculous. And here's the thing. When I start listening to a headphone that has a pad that is literally not measurable in thickness, something is right. So I'm going to put these back on my head. I'm going to set them to the exact, I think we're going to go 7 and 7. 7 and 7. Wasn't that the Harvey Birdman account, like a law firm? I think it was 7 and 7. I'm going to shuffle now. Rival Schools, Japanese game. If I had to tell you the party piece of these headphones before we even get into anything about them, somehow they deliver low end, like impactful, solid low end at no volume. I had no power. I like light a lighter and just wave it under the wire, and all of a sudden you have beautiful sound. Like usually there's like a magic zone where headphones, like they don't sound like anything. You're at low volume and you got to turn them up. You got to keep turning them up and you turn them up and all of a sudden you find that perfect spot. And this is a perfect spot all the time. They're all the time. I have it. That is barely audible. That is like barely audible. And there's like a dun 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 dun. Personal Jesus by Johnny Cash. I'm listening to the lowest possible volume, and I still hear the body of the guitar. His vocals come in, and he's singing in it. Like it's a whisper. The pads are so narrow. This whole headphone is so narrow. It manages to just it's almost like I am close to your goddamn ear canal. And I don't know how it delivers that punch. Because here's the thing. It is a studio monitoring headphone. It should be leaning towards neutrality. And I think it is. But it somehow manages to also maintain the low end. Like, usually you get a studio headphone. It's like, it's either M50, which is like, ah! Or it's neutral as shit, like the Shure 1540s. And you're like, bored. Or it's like well, like there was a couple good ones in there. Like, why can't I remember any of them? What was it? What were the good model? I mean, Neumanns. We're not going to talk about Neumanns. Those are different breed. But there's studio headphones out there that, you put them on and you know that they're just reference and there's nothing colored about them and you're fine with them. I'm not fine with these. I adore these. There's a difference. And apparently don't, like if you go to Amazon and you say, they're here, $15 shipping, $198, usually delivers in like a week, and you read down and it's literally, thanks, Shop Japan, we recommend expedited shipping if you're in a hurry. Because they're going to ship them from Japan. They're not here. They're not here. I probably have the only pair in fucking Philadelphia. Because you have to special order them from Japan. The fact that they're on Amazon at all is a miracle. I think the guy ordered them from Amazon.co.jp and had them shipped to my address. And they're for digital also. Did you know that they're for digital? I don't understand that sticker, and it's going to forever, I'll never know the reason. This is going to be a two-part review. I'm going to stop soon. I'm going to talk about the sound a little more, and then I'm going to ruin the sound probably for about, I don't know, an hour, and then I'll come back. I'm going to put this actual up to like audible. I don't even want to say they're like the most detailed headphones, but they deliver sound in a way that makes me want to hear the next track. I want to hear it. Let me hear the next one. Wow. Let me hear the next one. Everything is just there. And they're not narrow either. It's not like this like a super constricted. I'm getting a good sense of space in the headphone with no space in the headphone. And I'm wearing, and it's another thing about the comfort. I am wearing these very, very, very fucky pads. But the clamp is super linear. When I talk about linear clamp, it means when you pull it this far, you pull it this far, and you pull it this far, the amount of actual force pushing down the pad doesn't change drastically. It'll always change a little bit, but it doesn't change like you could do this, and it just feels like, oh, that's natural. It's what it wants. So you get these on fucking ear, and they are on ear because it's flat, and you tolerate it pretty well. Like, if I had to use these 4 hours a day, what I'm going to do at the end of this video in the middle is something you'd have to do. But if you were just like an hour, twice a week, leave the stock. Just don't even fucking change it. You can get away with these fucking shitty pads. It just sits right in your ear, doesn't go around it, just goes right on. It's like, hey, I'm touching your face. They kind of feel like a slightly less comfortable KPH-30i. A better sounding KPH-30i, which is me saying a lot. I feel like I haven't listened to these enough to give a proper review, and I've listened to them a lot. I just want to keep listening to things. Wait. I mean, I was reading the questions on the Amazon page, and one guy was like, "Yeah, is this compatible with the like the Samsung Galaxy 2?" No, it's not, because people in the know, who apparently are not me, know to get these headphones just for listening pleasure. They're not studio monitoring. They're just listening, and they are honestly a listening pleasure headphone first in my mind. Like, I feel like I've been cheated, not... Because I've done, like, the MDR-CD900st was an old Sony headphone that I did, and I really liked it, and it had good low end, and then I never thought about it again. It came up occasionally, but these made in Japan ones have a quality to them that I don't... Dexter OST, peaceful. They also, listen to that. Listen, it's let me look into a louder song. Hold on. Something that's got like... Can I get some loud, please? Not Tubular Bells. God damn it. Why is my playlist just being a failure today? Oh, because I'm not in shuffle. That's probably why. Wow. Perfect. More Japanese. Wait. They trap like 90% of the sound. I don't know if the camera's picking up more than it is, but I had them on the table before, and I put on the amp in the back, because Rebel amp, fuck you, power in the back, and I hit play, and I'm like, oh, they're playing. I couldn't tell. So they're hella crazy isolating, even though they got no pads, and there's nothing special. Like, the exposed wire here is a little bit of annoying. They do fold. I think they fold. Wait, do you fold, or am I hallucinating? No, they don't fold. My bad. Why did I think they folded? That looks like at some point they had a system in here to fold these up. That's the only reason I could think to put those notches there, and they removed it. Interesting. I don't want to break them. They're too nice. But yeah, no, they definitely look like they want to fold so bad. There's just tracks there. So they don't fold. They have an attached cable. It's 8 feet long. The pads, I want to say the pads suck. You could just tell the pads suck. But they're tolerable. When I tell you that that is okay and tolerable, the sound quality has got to be some sort of magical fucking thing. Because I hate uncomfortable pads. A headphone is useless if you can't wear it for at least a significant amount of time. And I've given these an hour plus in a straight line. And eventually my ears go numb. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't fucking care. It's great. It's great. It's what drug addicts must feel. They're just like, oh man, meth is great. Fuck it, a meth. These are a little bit of audio meth. There's a little bit of audio meth in these. I'm gonna unpause that. They sound honest. Like I've heard all these songs that I've heard them on every headphone possible, and I've heard them on the 880 600s with this. Oh my lord. Like these are like, and I don't think they're bassy headphones. They just can deliver bass at the levels I think the artist intended. Deadmau5 Snow Cone is like, how is it doing that? All right, I'm gonna stop the video now. Actually, I'm gonna pull off the pads and I'm gonna stop the video because people have told me like, oh, the pads are uncomfortable, and that's. So here's oh god. There's actually a ring of foam around it, and then there's the fabric around that, and that is just that's it. It's just a driver. It just doesn't look anything special at all. Metal fucking grill over the front of it. So what I've got is an infinite supply of Japanese-made fucking headphone pads. Sent to me by Yaxi a while ago, and I didn't actually use many of them because I didn't have anything to use them on. But now I have, for Studio Headphone Deluxe Black, this is literally showing them on this headphone. So I'm going to try this pad out. It's definitely thicker. I've got the Yaxi Fits for the Pioneer DJ. These look a little, definitely more comfortable. These are the MSR7 pads, which are Audio-Technica, but they're all the same shape. I don't give a fuck what Yaxi tells me they're for. And then finally, I want to get these to work on something, because these pads, just look at them. Just look at them. They have red or blue, which would match the red or blue of the thing, and they're a steeply angled, it's a loose 3-knuckle, but a very small pad, and one side of it is Alcantara, and the other side is not, and I have no idea. Like, I'm... Oh, there, CD900st, yes! Best fit, but look at the list of this. I need to know what keeps the sound signature and still makes them comfortable. So I'm gonna take these stock paddies, like literally women's pads that you go to the store and you said, my wife or my girlfriend needs pads, are thicker than this. This is a light days pad, for sure. And I wanna get one of those heavy flow pads on there. I apologize for giving you that image in your head, but this is Z Reviews. I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera back on for every pad and give my impression, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to fucking maintain myself. So I tried these first because they're not for this headphone. I got them to fit blatantly, because I could make anything fit anywhere. Actually seal better. Like outside sounds coming in, obviously these little thin pads are just, they work, Sony, but you could do better. So these immediate, like the comfort, fuck you comfort. There is a slight change to the sound though. I'm trying to find one of these that does the least change to the sound. This does have a change to the sound, but it's not bad. I think vocals are a little bit softer. I think by adding that more space, even though I've got my ears now in pads, things aren't as crisp. The low end is still there. I'm trying to find a good low end song. Nice and impactful. These are $43, these pads. I found them on Amazon. They're sold through Yaxi, but they're like hard to find. Like, yeah, they still have that soundstage effect. More Human Than Human by Richard Cheese. It's definitely... There definitely is a slight change in the way the vocals are presented, and the low end isn't... It's still there, but I feel it's cleaner with the stock pads. So I'm going to give these a pass if you... Like, they don't sound... They still sound fucking great. But I'm going to move to the next pair of pads down the line. I'll probably use these, which are the ones for the studio, and see if we can keep that sound signature from the originals and still improve the comfort. So, 1 second. Well, that took about 5 songs. Yeah, okay, so these... which look like the pads that should come on these headphones by default. I just want to point that out. These don't look like exceptionally good pads. I'll swap them out to these pads. They just look like the pads you get on a cheap studio monitor. Yet, these are the pads that come on the studio monitors, and these are more expensive Yaxi pads. And I gotta give it props to Yaxi. I love the Kony. Brainwaves does good work. Yaxi has, like, magical engineers that must just get... They must be assigned like teams of 5 to one headphone. And you're like, you make pad now. You don't leave here till you pad now. Because this doesn't look like anything fucking special. But the density of the foam, the way this tucks in, it's identical to the fucking sound signature. It's identical but more comfortable. So this was a thing. It was definitely more comfortable. These, I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm going from the thinnest pad on Earth. Actually, T50s may still have the thinnest pad on Earth. Because I couldn't wear those at all, and this I can. But this is what should come on these headphones. There should be nothing else should come on these headphones but these pads. And then we could worry about, well, you want to try thicker pads, because they're just much more comfortable. There might be... See, I don't know this song. I really should have played the same, like, 5 songs, but I don't want to, like, slip my wrist on camera, so playing the same 5 songs over and over and over again for 22 minutes is not my idea of fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fight on the Wing, Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 soundtrack, Fight on the Wing. If you haven't seen Die Hard 2, by the way, Die Hard 2 is equally as good as Die Hard 1. Fight me. Die Hard 3 is a completely different style of movie. Still great. Die Hard 4? Fuck you, Die Hard 4. And Die Hard 5 was the biggest disappointment in fucking cinema in a long time. Remember when Die Hard was good? Remember when we didn't have coronavirus and Die Hard was good? And I'm just compiling things. Yeah, no, this is absolutely... I'm stopping this part of the video because this is a fucking winner. So it's a winner. All right, so now... These are the MDR-CD900st comfort pads, and holy fuck are they comfortable. Alcantara inside, leather out, leather, I don't fucking care. But they were a little bit harder to get on because apparently the lip of the MDR-CD900 must be real shallow because it's barely in that gap. And oh my god, comfort. Like literally this is the most comfortable pad that's ever been on a headphone here on my desk. And it doesn't. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Zeos, the pad can't make that much of a difference. Let me give you a little word of advice. If you start getting into the headphone game, probably not to this level, but like getting into it, the next time you have $300-400 to spend on headphones, don't, and just buy a collection of pads that people have said work on things or are comfortable. Because let me tell you, when you could take out a pair of headphones and improve the comfort and sometimes the sound with just a pad swap. And the thing is, you can't buy one pad. You have to buy fucking 35,000 pads. And this way you could have, wait, let me try the MDR-CD900 comfort pad on this now. And what this does to this unit is it softens the whole thing right up. And I don't know, that might be good for some people, but I think it sounds more like what I expected these to sound like now. Like it's that sort of level. These are going to go from an exorbitant fucking holy shit wallpaper recommendation to... They're a studio monitor and they produce sound. I would still say they're probably one of the most... This would make them the most comfortable studio monitor I've ever worn. But the treble gets up there a little bit much, vocals, and it's all off. It's still got that low end. It's got a nice low warmth to it now because there's a lot of that sounds leaching into the Alcantara. I want to talk about these more because of how fucking good they feel on my face. I mean, I wouldn't kick them out of bed. I wouldn't be exuberant about them. I need to... Yaxi makes some of the most comfortable pads. I've been trying to talk to the Dakoni guys about doing like this half. It's the secret is this angle. Like it's only flat for about half of this, and then it goes straight down, which the hole doesn't look very big, but I could just lay like 2 entire fingers into it, and that makes all the difference. It's just more difficult to cut the foam on that and then get the fabric to stretch. So unfortunately, these are a no. These were okay. A little bit something wrong with it. These are literally the same with maybe a slight tweak to the base. So those are the winners. This is a no as much as I want to. Moving on to the last set. These are the ones. I'm so happy. God, you know how long I've waited to use these fucking pads? I mean, first of all, they're red and blue, which is like a Zeos thing. And this is red and blue, which is like a Zeos thing. And then the fucking back half, and I had to read the packaging because it doesn't tell you which way is front and back, like it doesn't indicate it. And it says, and I was playing with it a little bit. I put it on, I always put the seams on the bottom. So here's the seams. So I was like, all right, I like the seams at the bottom. And that puts the solid area in the front and then the Alcantara area in the back. And I'm like, all right, let's try them on. And I put them on, and then I put them on backwards. And then I put them on forwards, and I put them on backwards. And then I I rotated the pads. The pads will rotate around in the socket without detaching, which is nice. And then I put them on forwards, I put them on backwards. And then I eventually read the back of the book, where here it says, made from a dome to make the shape of the ear, sound speakers, and multiply reflected so that people could hear. But wait, where is it? The front part is to reflect sound made of protein leather, and the back part to absorb sound is made from Alcantara. So it's supposed to be this against the back of your ear, and this is supposed to reflect in the front. Yes. These sound either they sound exactly like they do with the stock pads, but way more comfortable, or they sound a little better, or they sound a little bit brighter in front because you get. Oh, I have to turn the amp up more. We've gained. Like, look at the fucking swimming three knuckle in here. Has added so much space that I have to turn the amp up. So just this is the fun game. Like people pad roll, people tube roll. This is amazing, and these pads are the winners. I think the Yaxi for studio pads are absolutely fine, but these are like $47, and those are like $42. So I mean, if you're gonna fucking go with it, they have not tweaked the sound in any negative way that I could find. It's weirder because it's like bigger and you have to turn it up, and it's you could definitely tell that the front end of this is doing that reflectivity thing. Like it's bouncing sound off the front and absorbing in the back. I had it absorbing in the front. I had the other way around, and I kind of liked that. Maybe a little more for just chill out a little bit. I don't need that murder in the front. Not murder, but like so I mean, it's up to fucking you. It's literally, you get it, and you can just take the pad and go, I'm gonna rotate you now, and now the pad is rotated, and you turn it again, and now the pad is rotated. So it's up to you. So I guess I love these headphones. Like, I think I'm going to talk to the owner. I'm going to see, because he paid for them. He paid $200 to have me listen to them. I'm going to see if he wants me to PayPal him $200. And then I'm going to, if that is okay, and I can keep these, because if I can, I'm just going to send him and buy another set. I might buy the newer version of this, because there's a newer version. I don't know the name. It's like the 1R, the MDR-1R, something like that. I'll link that as soon as I ask people what the fuck the new one is called. But this is going to get the treatment. And I have a plan. There's going to be a live stream coming up on Twitch. I can't say the word because this is YouTube and you can't say Twitch. Where I just line up all the headphones I said I was going to mod. Because like I want to modify a set of Neumanns to be balanced. And I want to modify the 880 600 ohms to not be attached cable and, you know, maybe be balanced. And there's a couple other headphones that I wanted to modify. This now included. Whether it's balanced or not, I'm not sure, just at least a detachable cable. But I think I'm going to just clear my desk off here or go in the other apartment with a 6-foot table, order some connectors, and rip everything a fucking sunder. Just rip them all apart all at the same time, all on the same day. If I have the connectors and then the tools, just solder, build, get everything done in one shot, and then have all those headphones be done. Just be fucking done. I could even do maybe the KPH-30Is to a wireless set. We'll see, because that's really finite little dinkly work. And I'm something like this is like, I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to put either a 2.5 millimeter there, and I'll drill a hole in and put a 2.5 millimeter here, or make this a 3.5 millimeter 4-pole, like the RP600Ms. Wow. And you know what I would do with these? These would be my outside headphones. Now that I have comfort, now that it's not just that sound, but comfort, and I don't know, I'm me, and like the blue and blue and the black, red and red, but these have style, and I'd definitely leave that for digital sticker on there, because obviously they wouldn't work with MP3 files if you didn't have that sticker. It would only be for vinyl records. Yeah, no, Yaxi makes amazing pads. They're hard to get, and they're fucking expensive. But if you're going to go for something specific like this, like Deconi makes a ton of pads, and I have them. And I'm sure if I went through my drawer and just started swapping pad after pad, I'd find something that got like within 20% tolerance. But these are like 5% tolerance, and these are like 5% tolerance of the original sound. Because Yaxi is Japanese, and Sony makes these in Japan, and that's just what we're fucking dealing with. So, thank you to the user who sent these to me. You kind of fucked me up a little bit. Because I don't even know when I recommend, like, I guess if you're a patron of mine, if you're in the patronage chat, you know me. And I hype things. That's what I do. It's my job is to literally hype things. Because would you rather come to this channel and have me say, these are a very good headphone, and I think everyone that is looking for a specific Japanese-made quality studio headphone should be interested in these. And let me show you the frequency response graphs. No, fuck you. Holy fuck. These are fuck. These are holy fuck. They're flat as a board when you get them, but they're still not uncomfortable. Like that's the thing. I waited weeks to do this. I waited till the day of the review. And if I would have swapped this weeks ago, it might have been like, no, I needed to love them by default. I needed to love you by default. I didn't need anything there. No bigger pads, nothing, just default. I loved you. And now I can wear you for hours. And you've got that, so now I need Yaxi, if you're watching, I need you to send me more of these, because I'm not going to take them off of this to test them on other headphones. That's another problem with having all the pads. Like my vegan pads from Odyssey, they're on my N1060Cs. They never come off. They're glued on. If I ever got rid of those headphones, I'd have to take the pads off, and they'd be all ripped up and gone forever. Well, luckily, I can still look around for something to put these MSR7 pads on, because these are bigger openings, but those are just a softer material touching it. I'm done. Sound demo with the original stock pads, which was a pain in the dick because they have no thickness. So I had to recess the microphones into the fucking block and like shove things in it to get it to sit flat. I hope it comes out the way I can hear them, because these are something else. These are something that I didn't expect to really get off on. That's wording. I love these headphones. I don't think everyone needs to run out and buy them. I mean, you're looking at an attached cable, permanent 1/4 inch, like Japanese. It's a studio monitor, but man, what an impressive set of headphones. And then you can get comfort out of them. And like, I don't even need to add Deconi nuggets, I don't think, to them. They're just so light. They only weigh a couple grams. They don't weigh anything. As soon as this has this detachable cable, either one or both sides, this is going to be a very, very oftenly used headphone in the Zeros household. More used than like my HP3s or the 909s. Those things require amplification, and that's huge. And this is just like, all right, whatevs, dog. I mean, yes. Thank you for sticking through this 40-something minute review. I'm sure with the different segments and this fucking grandiose entrance or exit. I'm gonna write Zeos is studio monitor, even though that's the Neumann still. I would still use the Neumanns for, these are gonna be purely a pleasure craft. This is like buying an old Porsche. You're not using that to do the grocery runs on the snow, but, well, actually you probably could. Porsches are really good in the snow, apparently. It's that rear engine design. I'm gonna just keep listening for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go watch ReZero Director's Cut, because Subaru's pissed. Oh. Jet Set Radio Future. More Japanese stuff. Yeah, no, these are fucking great. All right. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you like this channel and you want to support it, and my fetish of buying headphones that I don't need to add to a pile of headphones that I didn't need before, please support me on Patreon and Subscribe Star. Links in the pinned comment in the description. $5 tier gets you to see these videos early. So, and this is the legit thing. The Zeos effect is a thing. If I say I like these, and I know there's people out there that are just waiting to spend their money, they're going to have them and they're not going to be in stock. Especially those pads. Like these pads, these red and blue ones are probably going to be gone by the time this video hits public. So that's one of the benefits of the $5 tier. See these videos early, buy everything before everyone else does. Ask me any question you want on platform through the messaging systems of both. Usually takes me up to 10 days to get back to you. I try not to let it get that far, but I'm in my head. Also, the art sales, 1st and 10th of every month, I sell things that people have sent me. That I, just sell them. But not this. Other things, portable players, some of these gaming headsets will all end up in the yard sale. Things will end up in the yard sale. So if you want to be a part of the yard sale, it's blind signed. I ship free, content the United States, half shipping international. Check out Hi-Fi Guides in the forums. There will be a post for these. In fact, I think there's pretty much a post for these in the forums already. Like, it didn't even need me to do. There's usually posts, official posts, for anything that's an important headphone, and I think this made it there. Yeah. Yeah. $10 tier, by the way, gets you into a private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where I'm about to, because I really like these headphones, and I told them that, but I'm going to fucking gush. So the people in the $10 tier know to really, they have the real effect of the Zeos effect. They know, those people are the very elite few that know everything about this channel and help me make decisions. So download that wallpaper, crop it out, put it on your phone, wear a t-shirt. I don't care what you do. Get a tattoo of it on your back. If you do that, by the way, message me and I want to see it. All wallpapers, by the way, are available for all patrons and Subscribe Star people. If you want to look up the original artists, so websites like Sauce Now and IQDB can help you with that. They're great guys. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking to you. I'm going to continue to listen. I'm just going to take this off, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow for something else. So the sound demo description, check that out. It was great.